What's good, y'all? It's your boy Tony the Savant back with another one. Let me do my intro. Shout out to my cousin Hawk, that's the ambassador. Shout out to my boy Jeezy, that's the manager. Shout out to my boy Paulie Corleone and Uncle Paulie Entertainment. That's my right hand man. Let's get right into this, man. We're talking about the epic game. Well, what was supposed to be an epic game between the Colorado Buffs, the Buffaloes, and the Oregon Ducks. Now, a lot of people have been following the Colorado Buffalo storyline because they acquired Deion Sanders and an overhaul of talent this past recent season, for this season, I should say. And so there's been a lot of media hype around these guys and, a lot of big talking, both ways, whether it was coming from the Colorado Buffaloes camp or the opposing team's camp. I just want to give my commentary on this because, I know a lot of people that's been following Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. Y'all heard about it, but the Oregon Ducks, man, they outclassed the Colorado Buffaloes and showed the world, really, not just us as fans and journalists or whatnot, but they showed the world that the Colorado Buffaloes are not ready for the big leagues, that they are a fun team to support and to watch. But there's still, some ways to go for these guys. I think everybody that didn't get caught up in the hype, if you wasn't just a casual fan, just, watching for Shadur or Deion, then you knew the writing was on the wall. The two games, TCU and Nebraska, those were, good wins for the Colorado Buffaloes, but at the end of the day, we all knew that the writing was on the wall when it came up to at least these next two games, including this Oregon game and the USC game. If they was able to pull these games off, then they would have been, probably in the college football playoffs, to be honest. Those would have been, if they was to beat the Oregon Ducks today, would have been a huge win. Here we go. But nonetheless, they got routed 42-6. And, I was able to watch the game from beginning to end. Bo Nix was looking like a Heisman candidate out there. What's the kid? The Jordan James, the running back. He was doing his thing. They got that receiver. I think his name Troy Falcon. He's a baller, man. Tall receiver. He was out there just catching everything. Looked like he's NFL ready. As does Bo Nix. Both those guys will be playing on Sundays, in my estimation, watching this game. Also, the receiver I'm mentioning, I think his name is Troy Falcon. Excuse me, guys. I have my notes, but I just wanted to get this video out before calling it a night. But anyway, that receiver, he's averaging about 100 yards a game. Put up another 100 this game. So, shout out to the Oregon Ducks, man. They're a program, college football program, built on speed, skills, just a high pace, high scoring program, and they really displayed all of the things that you love about Oregon. They displayed it today, man, and I was thoroughly impressed with how they were able to, mainly Bo Nix, but just able to slice and dice these Buffaloes. I was cheering for the Buffaloes. I ain't gonna lie. I got caught up in the hype. Cheering for Coach Prime. I've always loved Deion Sanders, just over the years. I got a video talking about that a couple weeks ago, I believe, when he first got the job. I've always supported Deion. You know what I mean? I think he's a great leader, type of dude that changes the locker room and just the culture of the place. We've seen him do that when he went from the Falcons, I believe, to the Cowboys or the San Francisco 49ers or to the Cowboys. We all know he had a storied career. And so I've been supporting Deion for that long. And to see what he's able to do with these college kids and this college team and just turn these programs around like he did at Jackson State, I've been impressed. Like I said, I know there's been a lot of hype and hoopla surrounding it, and a lot of people, imparting their strong feelings and opinions. But all in all, I like what they got going over there. But like we said, or like I said, we all knew that, week 4, week 5, and beyond would be a challenge for the Colorado Buffaloes. Yes, they were able to overhaul their talent, but it's still some glaring spots, especially on the offensive and defensive lines. They was also without probably the best player, Travis Hunter, as well. So, after that hit from the young man in Colorado State last week, I got to make a video about that. But, I made a video about it. I didn't get a chance to upload it, but I'm going to just say my piece now. It was a dirty play only because it was after, after the fact. It wasn't exactly a play on the ball. But that's part of football, man. We've seen this all throughout history of sports. I don't want to we can make a big deal about what the kid did, but, to make a big hoopla about the game of football being played that way, no, I'm not going to do all of that, man. It really is. It's on the NCAA to enforce, player safety and rules like that. So, the kids are out there just playing. To get the guy that put the hit on Travis Hunter, he's a player too. It's not his job to be concerned with player safety per se. But nonetheless, we've seen how much these guys miss Travis Hunter this week. Because they couldn't stop nothing. I would assume they still would have got routed even if Travis was available to play. But it was bad. It was bad. You could definitely tell. I wanted to do a couple videos about the coaching on both sides. Dan Lanning did an excellent job, coaching this team up and getting them ready for the moment, getting them prepared, mentally and focused on the mission. And it showed, it showed on Saturday. So good win for the Oregon Ducks. Way to put it all together. Colorado Buffaloes, they got some building to do. They got a long future ahead of them, but it looks bright. Deion Sanders said that in his post-game interview. The future is bright for the Colorado Buffaloes, and so they've recruited me as a fan. I'll be watching this program from now on, essentially, and especially while Deion Sanders is there. And I'm excited to see what their future has for them. They're already 3-1 as well, guys. Let's not forget that they only won one game last season under that program. So they're 3 times better than they were last year. Salute to them. And they're still projected to get a couple more wins. So we're going to follow this Colorado Buffalo team very closely, and as well as this Oregon Ducks team. I don't want to just get caught up in the hype and the Cinderella story of the Colorado Buffaloes. The Oregon Ducks really impressed me. One thing I always had about, always kind of been skeptical about when it comes to the Oregon program is when they go against a physical team, man, they don't look the same. They look very, that offense pales real quick. But we haven't seen them get to a higher level, deep into a college, football run with Bo Nix as of yet. So we'll see what happens, And I'm a big fan of Bodacious Nix, man. He showed me something as well. Although, albeit against the Colorado Buffaloes, this team ain't ready. Bo Nix definitely looked like an NFL-ready quarterback today and the Heisman candidate for sure. But that's all I got for y'all on this one, y'all. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on this channel. I definitely love y'all. I appreciate the love and the support. I'm not a player. I'm not a coach. I'm a savant. Let me get back to work.